I'm always looking for cool locations, great locations to shoot HDR, and I found one here in this abandoned house. This is totally cool. Inside this house, the detail is amazing, the location's amazing, the light's amazing, and there's some really cool color opportunities in here too. Wow, this looks the same as last time. The paint is peeling, there's mold on the carpet, the light is great. I just can't believe this set. You know, there's a big difference between taking a picture and making a picture. And I'm going to make a picture in just a couple of moments by moving this chair, boots, and this mat into the frame, because what I like to do is I like to fill up the dead space in a scene. I tell people that my specialty is not specializing, because I do aerial photography, underwater photography, wildlife, nature, scenic, HDR photography, people photography. So I think in today's environment, for someone like me, not specializing is good. Not everyone can do that, but I like to diversify. Now, there are a couple of things here going on. The light levels are incredibly different from outside to inside. That's where HDR photography is going to come in. So as photographers, we really have to learn how to see the light. You know, our eyes can see a dynamic range of about 11 f-stops. This is amazing. Digital cameras, even the best digital camera on the planet, can only see about 5 or 6 f-stops. So this is, again, where HDR photography comes in. So we have to learn how to see the light. We also have to learn how to see color. Everyone sees color differently. And I see color differently than other people. We see colors differently at different times of day. Believe it or not, after we drink coffee, we see colors differently. After we have caffeine or drink alcohol, depending on our emotional mood, we see colors differently. So I don't drink and print, by the way. But the point is this, I want my colors to be accurate. Now, I see some beautiful colors here. I see a rose color frame over there, a blue color frame. I'm going to go for the color that I see in my mind's eye and in my final print. And this is very important. You really have to calibrate your monitor. I use the ColorMunki to calibrate my big monitor. I use the ColorMunki to calibrate my laptop. Well, I calibrate my printer because I want my printer to know what my monitor is telling it. So if I don't calibrate my printer, it doesn't really know what the monitor is going to tell it. So it's really connected. So the prints that come out look like the image that I see on my monitor. The ColorMunki is so easy to use. I don't want to read all these instruction manuals. So you put it in, go next, next, next. I really love that. And I also love the on-screen guidance. You know, for the first-time person, the first time I put it in, there's a little QuickTime movie that you can choose if you want it to pop up. And you just follow along. If you want to stop the QuickTime movie, you could stop it. So it's really easy to learn how to use. It's easy to use, and it's a heck of a lot of fun to use. As far as the light here, I'm going to set it on, I think, shady, because we're in the shade, and right now I want to make the picture. And by the way, it's a lot of fun making the pictures. When you're out there, make the pictures. You could be like Francis Ford Coppola, a director. You set up the scene. When you're shooting HDR pictures, you want to put your camera on a tripod, a sturdy tripod. You want to set your camera up so the aperture stays the same. I'm going to shoot at f11 in here. You want to use your camera self-timer. And you want to bracket with your shutter speed, by the way. What I want to do is I want to capture this entire scene. I want to get the window over here, which would be impossible to capture, the dynamic range that is, without HDR photography. I'm going to take one shot at the average setting. I'm going to self-timer, as you can hear. I'm going to go one stop under. Let me see how the windows look. A little blown out. Now I'm going to go back the other way. I'm going to go one stop over because I want to see into the fireplace. What I'm doing again is I'm capturing the entire dynamic range. So when I go back to my computer, I'm going to process all these images, combine these images with Photomatix. I'm going to generate an HDR image. And the final step, as I mentioned, is going to be to calibrate my monitor and my printer. Believe it or not, I spend, like many of my photographer friends, more time on the business side of photography than on taking pictures. I spend a lot of time tweeting. I spend a lot of time on Facebook. I want to get my name out there. So this whole social media marketing is so very, very important. That helps me promote my books. I have like 34 books, I think. I think I have 35. Who knows? I have a lot of sessions on Kelby training. I do live workshops. I do all these different things. I make prints, I sell prints, I diversify. Now, I'm a little hyper. That's why I can do all these things. So time management is very important. So this is actually why calibrating your monitor, or some people call it profiling your monitor and your printer and your projector, is so very important. Well, I think I got it. Thank you so much for spending some time with me in my living room. It was a lot of fun being here. Now, we're going to go up to my studio and we're going to talk about color management. Very, very important. Remember, there's a big difference between taking a picture and making a picture, which is what we did here. Now we're going to go up to my studio and we're going to make great color. Okay, now comes the fun part. I'm really interested in saving time. The main thing I want to do is I want to be out shooting. I don't want to spend a lot of time at my monitor playing around with the colors and adjusting everything all the time. I want to be out shooting. So once it's calibrated, I'm good to go. And what I really like about the ColorMunki is, I'm involved in so many things. I forget a lot of things. You can set it to, hey, remind me in a week, remind me in a month. It's great. Well, I got to tell you, I've been around a long time. I was at Woodstock, naked dancing in the mud, by the way. I'm getting gray. I'm old. I have used other calibration and profiling devices, but only for my monitor. What's cool about the ColorMunki is I could do the monitor, the printer, and my projector. So it's all the same. So no matter where I go, the colors look the same. How cool is that?